This tutorial will help you identify what sources you need to cite, learn what is common knowledge, and teach you to identify common types of plagiarism and cheating. What types of sources should I cite when writing my paper? A few examples of things you need to cite are books, articles, pictures, graphs, statistics, websites, videos, live performances, social media posts, and presentations. Do I need to cite sources that were created a long time ago? Yes, you need to cite older sources. We still cite Bible verses even though it was written over 2,000 years ago. A better question would be, what don't you cite? The only thing you do not have to cite is what we call common knowledge. What is common knowledge? The definition of common knowledge is information that is known to everyone within a group of people. Let's break this definition down. The first part states information that is known to everyone. This means that you can easily find common knowledge in multiple reliable sources. For example, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech in 1963 is common knowledge. Numbers can be common knowledge too, such as New York City is 2,790 miles away from Los Angeles. The second part of the definition states that a group of people share common knowledge. Who are these groups of people? People who work in the same profession share common knowledge. People from the same country or cultural background are also groups that share common knowledge. Here are some examples. Freud invented psychoanalysis is common knowledge for a psychology major, but it might not be common knowledge to a business major. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States is common knowledge in the United States, but it might not be common knowledge in another country. This means that common knowledge is determined by the audience of your paper. In the Freud example, you would not need to cite that Freud invented psychoanalysis in an upper-level psychology class. But you would need to cite it for English 102. The reason is that you have a different audience for each paper. A good rule is if you aren't sure if something is common knowledge, then cite it. You will never get in trouble for citing too much. You will get in trouble if you do not cite something that should be cited. The most obvious type of plagiarism is copying and pasting something and then not citing it. For example, not giving source information under photos or graphs used in presentations would be plagiarism. You can also get in trouble if you paraphrase or summarize information from a source but do not include a citation. If you use the wrong citation for your source, that is also considered plagiarism because you are giving credit to the wrong person for someone else's ideas. It is also possible to plagiarize by not paraphrasing or summarizing the source correctly. There are two ways that people plagiarize by incorrectly paraphrasing. The first way is using spinbots. Spinbots are computer programs that are available on the internet that change many words in your paragraph. Why is this plagiarism? You use a spinbot to change words, but don't change the passage enough to make it your own. When reading the spinbot translation of this sentence, it still sounds like the original text. Even more importantly, you did not give credit for the original author's ideas. The second way people plagiarize by incorrectly paraphrasing is called patchwork writing. Patchwork writing is when you change a word here and there from the original text, but don't change the wording or the structure of the sentence from the source. Why is this plagiarism? You have not changed the text enough, and there are still phrases of the author's work unchanged. To correct the plagiarism in this passage, you would need to put quotes around all the phrases. To properly paraphrase or summarize an author's work, you need to completely change the text and put the ideas in your own words. You will also get in trouble for plagiarism if you reuse a paper from another class. Purchase your schoolwork or get another student's essay and submit it as your own work. Your teachers are very familiar with the ways students plagiarize and will easily recognize when a student uses these methods. In addition to plagiarism, Chowan's academic integrity policy identifies two other types of cheating. They are collusion and fabrication. Chowan's academic integrity policy defines collusion as two or more students working together in order to practice dishonesty or deception. Examples of collusion include allowing another student to copy your work or if you copy the work of another student. The third type of cheating recognized by Chowan University is fabrication. Chowan's academic integrity policy defines fabrication as the falsifying of information or citations. For example, if you are required to have 10 sources for your paper, but only found 9, you would be committing fabrication if you made up a fake source to add to your list. Chowan University recognizes plagiarism, collusion, and fabrication as punishable offenses in its academic integrity policy. Everything needs to be cited unless it's considered to be common knowledge. Common knowledge is information that everyone in your audience should know. Common types of plagiarism include not citing your sources, using spinbots, patchwork paraphrasing, and other people writing your papers for you.